Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another celebrity inspired look. This is the look that Aishwarya Rai wore for the unveiling of her new movie called Jazbaa? I'm not sure how to say that. And in it she was wearing like this strapless maroon gown by Oscar de la Renta, and it was just beautiful makeup. She had like deep red lips and thick black eyeliner. It just worked. Like, she looked so beautiful. So I decided to create a tutorial inspired by that look. So if you want to see how you can get this look, then keep watching. So I'm just gonna wear a headband. You can see my whole face. Let's prime first. This is the Porefessional, and I want to use this because I just want to give my skin a nice smooth texture, and I know this kind of fills in your pores and makes your skin just appear to be smooth. Let's put some makeup on. I'm gonna use fave makeup ever, NARS Sheer Glow in Syracuse. I'm gonna blend it in with a damp beauty blender. These two just work really well together. I'll be using an LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer, and this one is in pure beige. I'm just gonna pop that under my eyes. Blend all that out. So I'm going to be using my cream contour palette kit. I'm going to be using Cinnamon, it's this one here. And in the photo, she doesn't have like a harsh contour, but she does have like quite round, nice cheeks. Whereas mine is pretty much just flat, so this kind of helps define my cheek area just a little bit. Maybe I'll use a little bit of banana as well on a Jazbaa brush. Jazbaa has no name. Real messily, because we're just going to blend it all out anyway. Her under eye area, her forehead and her chin look really nice and highlighted. Okay, better. Afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and set my face, and then we'll move on to eyes. So my fave powder to set with is still the Face of Australia. The brush that I'm going to use is the Zoeva 101 Luxe Face Definer. I've washed this a few times, and I feel like the more I washed it, the softer it got, because when I first got it, it was the bristles of my brush were a little bit coarse. And maybe it was just like a few of the hairs in here, but they would scratch my skin a little bit. But now that I've kept washing it, it's just super soft, and now I really like it. Yeah, I think that was just because it was new, you know. Her eyes are quite simple. She just seems to have like a plain eyeshadow and something in her crease. So I'm gonna be using my chocolate bar palette. This is the original one because I haven't used it in a while and it smells delicious. And I'm going to be using one of my favorite blending brushes, which is the BH Cosmetics crease brush, blending brush, I'm not sure. So I'm going to start by grabbing milk chocolate, which is this shade here. And we're just going to put that, oh whoops, we need primer first, hold on a moment. That's a lot. Just to act as a transition shade. I couldn't find any like real close-ups of the eye, but the ones that I did find, she just had a thick black winged liner, and you could just see like a little bit of brown in her crease. And then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this one here, which is, I think it's semi-sweet. And we're just gonna put that in the outer corner and just deepen it up a little bit, because that brown I feel like is quite close to my skin tone when it's on my eyelids. Well, it's quite close to my eyelid skin tone. So I'm going to grab a Zoeva 234 Luxe Smoky Shader Brush. I'm going to be grabbing white chocolate, which is this one here. And we're just going to apply that all over the eyelid. Just to give it like a milky white base. I'm just going to grab MAC's Pigment in Naked. And I'm going to grab my Zoeva brush that I was using just before, and I'm going to spray it with Fix Plus. Whoops, the other way, child. And just apply it on the middle of my eye. Just to give it a little bit of extra something. And I'm just going to blend out the edges, but you can still see it, but it's really subtle. We're going to move on to liner. Maybelline Eye Studio in Blackest Black. For this one, I'm going to be using one of my Real Techniques brushes. I think this is a fine liner brush. It's really thin. Like I said, it didn't look like she had a wing, but you couldn't really tell what was happening in that corner of her eyes, so we did a little bit of a wing. And then we did a little bit more of a wing. And from the same palette, I'm going to grab Triple Fudge, which is this one here. Just run that along my lower lash line, because her one does look like there's some smoky shadow there, so... But it wasn't brought all the way in though, so we'll just stop a bit before we get carried away. This brush is quite good for precise application because it's so tiny, but it's also quite a densely packed little brush, so you can use it to smoke out your lower lashes without it going too far down. I'm going to put a nude eyeliner in my waterline, and I'm not going to bring it into my inner corner. It's just to open up the eyes a little bit. The eyelash color I'm using today is by Kevin Klein. So I'm going to be using the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express. Okay, so I've just applied a light coat of mascara just to help my eyelashes blend in with the false ones. So I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty lashes in Giselle. I just want to conceal my lash band, so I'm going to be using a black shadow. This one's by Anastasia. Now moving on to brows, I'm just going to be using my browers. So usually that's like my arch. I'm just going to set them in place using a brow product. So this is the Art Deco Clear Lash and Brow Gel. Let's finish off the rest of the face. She just appears to have like a light bronzer and kind of rosy light pink cheeks. Should just use Laguna, which is this one here, on a Sigma small contour brush. And I'm just going to apply that where I applied the cream contour. Grab a fluffier brush, which is the Eco Chills face brush. And just using that same color, I'm going to dust it all over my face, starting from the jawline underneath my neck. Just going to go over what we just put down, just so it's nice and blended. Next, let's move on to blush. And she's wearing like a rosy pink one, so we're going to use this shade here, which I think is Blasphemy. Did I go hard on the blush? I can't even see that far. Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Illuminator. This gorgeous little product. And I'm going to be using the Sigma Tapered Highlight brush, which is my favorite brush to use with highlighters. And I'm just going to apply a little bit above my cheekbone. And above my eyebrows. And whatever's remaining on my brush, I'll just dust it on the end of my nose. My Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. And I'm going to set using the setting brush. And we're just going to grab banana and just pop that underneath your eyes. Her lips are quite, like it's a full-on red, so I was thinking maybe I'll use the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. Maybe we'll put a little bit of red on top. So I'll put a little bit of Ruby Woo from MAC. And then she has a little bit of gloss on hers. I don't really like using gloss, but we'll grab some of the NYX Butter Gloss in Red Velvet. This is the finished look. As you can see, I took inspiration from her winged eyeliner and her bold red lips. As always, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of this look, and if you want to see more celebrity inspired looks. I hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye guys! That's it. Oh no, it's floated all over my hands. Don't want to waste it. And this is really nice to blend out. Actually, this you just had like a thick wing black, like a thing black. Okay, just go to sleep. And I am dehydrating like a little prune. Oh god. Bad idea.